Right now, I am speaking to parents and I am speaking to guardians of pupils that would have been sitting their SATs, GCSEs or A-levels this year. Now, for those of you who don't know, my name is Mr. Mora. I am an academic performance expert and I specialize in helping young people to get 100% in the real exam. Now, it is common knowledge that exams have now been cancelled. The government have cancelled exams. However, pupils will still get a grade this year. And that itself is what we call a calculated grade. But how is that going to be calculated and what implications will it have on your child going forward? Now, what's going to happen is that the exam board is going to ask your child's teacher what grade they think your child would have got if exams had gone ahead. Not only this, but the exam board is going to take into account some past information regarding your child in order to come up with this calculated score. Now, I can imagine that there are a number of issues that you can already think of in terms of your child receiving a grade that truly reflects their academic ability. And so this is why you are going to need an academic strategy so that your child ends up with the best possible grade. They are aiming for children to receive their grades by the end of July. If you are not happy with the grade that your child receives, you'll be able to appeal that grade. But not only that, but we'll come to find that there will be an opportunity for your child to sit the exam when schools do reopen. If you have a look at the relationship between someone's grades and someone's pay, you come to find a positive relationship. So you'll find that with a child who is a top performing child versus someone who's average performing, you can come to find that there will be, over time, a pay difference which accumulates, which will be in excess of £250,000 if we are being conservative. With some professions, you'll come to find that your child could have been £500,000 better off if they had got higher grades. So this is why this itself is extremely important and not to be taken lightly. So what you're going to find if you really want to further your child's success is that there are going to be a number of things that they need to do. I'm just going to mention 3 of them in this video. First and foremostly, the fact that your child's grade is going to be at the very least partially based on what their teacher has to say, you need to make sure right now that your child is having a positive impact on their teacher's judgment. That's one of the things, and we can go into more detail on that. The second thing that you need to do, if you do not get the grades that you were expecting, is that yes, you'll go through the appeal process. However, you also have to be prepared to sit the exam. So you find that with some young people, revision has not ended. It's a case whereby it would make sense for them to continue revising with certain subjects, and when I say certain, I'm talking about significant subjects, so that if that time comes and they don't get the grade that they want, they can resit the exam. And if, for example, we're talking about GCSEs, let's say, for example, your child is awarded a grade 6, maybe you feel that with the work and the potential of your child, they could have gone on to get a grade 8 or grade 9. So that means that your child needs to keep revising, needs to keep studying so that they can sit that exam and get that higher grade. If it's a case where you are very confident that your child is going to get really, really good grades based off their teacher's judgment, as well as the other information that the exam board will take into account, here's the thing, your child can now start studying, preparing for the next stage of their educational journey. So if your child right now, they're doing their SATs, right now they can start doing secondary school work. If your child is doing their GCSEs right now, they can start preparing for A-levels, work that they'll do in sixth form or college, and so forth. So you find that your child does not need to be sitting at home doing nothing, just playing games. It will help if they start preparing for the next stage of their career or educational journey. And again, that's something else that we can speak about. In summary, we're going to find that with the current government plans in terms of awarding your child grades, yes, it's going to work for some pupils, but it's not going to work for all pupils, and that might be the case for your child. With that, you need to definitely come up with some sort of educational strategy. You need to come up with a plan so that you can further your child's success. So if you want your child to academically excel, I'll say pick up the phone right now and speak to us so that we can ensure that your child reaches their full potential academically. Thank you very much. I wish you and your child all the best. God bless.